At the very edge of Europe, beyond this fence, is a financial Wild West, where a multi-million-dollar fraud flourished far beyond the reach of financial regulation. A syndicate based in several former Soviet states created a site called SecureInvestment.com that persuaded investors from around the world to wire millions of dollars, hoping for massive returns from forex trading.
This company was really clever. What was clever about it was that not only did you want to invest with them, the way it was structured, you didn't want to take money out. Monday night.
David Kane is an oil and gas seismologist in Texas. He'd been a day trader for years when he opened an account with the website. He was instructed to wire $2,500 from his bank Wells Fargo to an account in Cyprus. Then he watched as his virtual profits grew online each day. But in May of this year, SecureInvestment.com and much of Kane's initial investment simply vanished.
So everything was just a lie?
Had to be. Had to be.
But a convincing lie?
One of the best ones ever, yeah.
We wanted to find out where Kane's money ended up. Our investigation led us around the world. The most direct lead for where the funds ended up was the only named director of a holding company, and his home address was 5,500 miles away in Europe's cold northeast. On company documents, a lawyer from Latvia called Pāvils Regsdīns listed this building in the Latvian capital of Riga as his registered address. But according to his landlord, Regsdīns hasn't lived or worked here for well over a year. Regsdīns repeatedly declined to discuss Smart Integrity or the Cyprus bank account, which handled more than 4 million euros before suspicious bank officials flagged, then froze it. Secure Investments operators also exploited Latvia's own light-touch banking sector. We found at least 2 bank accounts here that received tens of thousands of dollars from defrauded investors.
Latvia is not so much a new Switzerland as maybe a wannabe Switzerland, but more to the point, it is much more wide open. It still need development aid.
Mark Galliotti is a global affairs professor at NYU who studies crime in former Soviet Union states like Latvia.
It is clear that Latvia is one of the easiest and simplest places in which someone can just come along, even if they actually have no real stake in Latvia itself, and open a Latvian account.
Accounts linked to SecureInvestment.com were held at Ritemu Banka, where foreign-owned deposits are 10 times larger than domestic ones. The accounts here became active just weeks after Latvia joined the Eurozone in January.
It was potentially a very big opportunity for the criminals and the money launderers. Their holy grail is always to get the money into the most legitimate financial systems and into the most solid and sound currencies possible.
The accounts were opened by citizens of another nearby former Soviet state that plays no part in Europe. We're now several hours southeast of Riga, driving towards the border with Belarus. This is at the very edge of the Eurozone and all of the financial regulation that goes with it. The journey by road to Belarus is short, but this border fence, marking the boundaries of a pariah nation under US government sanction, served as a very real barrier for our cameras. But in terms of trade, crossing to and from Belarus has rarely been so easy. And these roads into Latvia and Lithuania are now considered a new back door to Europe for men, material, and of course money. Kristaps Zakoulis, head of Latvia's financial regulator, denies his country has become a hub for illicit activity.
If you were a Belarus criminal, would you choose Latvia because you think it's got a light regulatory touch?
Try. In the sense to the criminal, my message is try, and you will see the results.
The individuals behind Secure Investment did try and did see results, laundering significant sums of money and evading detection.
Those guys on the other side of the front line, they will come with new schemes, with new invented schemes.
One recent scheme to cross that front line into this distant corner of Europe was SecureInvestment.com. And now regulators here are finally investigating.